Hi guys, I'm Shmee, and today on the Where's Shmee Euro Tour you join me at a runway for a drag race, and we're going to put the McLaren 675LT Spider up head-to-head with the Ferrari 458 Speciale. These two cars, both the track-focused versions of their respective supercars from the same generation, so it should be quite interesting to see what happens as we blast on down this runway. But first up, let's take a look at the two cars. In particular, we're joined by Mr. Cars and Coffee's 458 Speciale from the Cars and Coffee Rally, and of course my Shmee-mobile, the purple LT Spider. So Spider, I should point out, slightly heavier than the coupe equivalent. But let's start with the Speciale, wrapped in the sort of tribute to Niki Lauda livery that we'll talk more about with the owner in a second. This car, 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8, 597 horsepower, 540 Newton meters of torque. It's running on Michelin Sport Cup 2 tyres, the sticky tyre from Michelin. In the McLaren corner, we've got the twin turbocharged 3.8 litre V8, so both cars V8, but we've got 675 horsepower, hence the name, and 700 Newton meters of torque. The McLaren is on the Pirelli Pzero Trofeo R, again, the semi-slick sort of race tyre from Pirelli. So let's talk about weight. 1395 kilos curb weight in the Speciale, 1278 kilos curb weight in the McLaren. Now, the coupe would be 40 kilos lighter, but we're still talking over 100 kilos difference between the cars. In this particular example, the McLaren has basically got a full tank of fuel, whereas the Ferrari is running at about half. So we calculate there's about a 40 kilo weight penalty for the McLaren in the sense of how much fuel is in it. But I think this should be quite interesting to see how this head-to-head is going to go, and whether the McLaren will be able to pull away significantly from the Ferrari, but let's see. First things first, let's get the cars set up. So, traditional Ferrari key, unlock it, we'll open the door and step into this car. So, put that in. The newer cars have keyless, but in here you still get to turn the key and the engine start button on the steering wheel. Now firstly, one of the highlights of this car is the naturally aspirated engine sound. So, just listen to this. Not bad at all then. So, for driving, it will be in race mode on the Manatino, so you have a few different settings. We won't be turning off traction control or anything like that, but race for the fastest setting. When you then close the door and pop the car into first gear, you then have these stalks in the center where you can select launch mode. Quite literally, one press goes into launch mode, then you would hold your foot on the brake and press the accelerator and let go of the brake, and away you go. So the Ferrari's pretty easy to handle and pretty easy to set up. We will leave the car for the moment and go check out the McLaren. In the McLaren corner, there's a button just under here to open the door. It's a keyless system. Step right in. Obviously the doors that open up, and you're very nice and snug in the bucket seat in here. Just pull the steering wheel down. You have the start button in the center. And again, we're into life. So let's just hear this car too. And for the McLaren, we will be driving with Active Dynamics panel enabled. You have a few more configurable settings: handling in track mode, powertrain in track mode, manual is currently selected, but it will go into automatic when we start using the launch control. And obviously we've also got the aero, which raises the active aero of the rear wing, but it will go into DRS mode as soon as we get moving to reduce drag. So for launch control in here, you would press the launch button, firstly go into gear, secondly handbrake off, press the launch button, awaiting full throttle, give it some throttle with both pedals pressed, you'll see boost building, and then eventually let go and it will fly. So that is the introduction system to both cars. As you can probably see, we're running with the Race Logic V-boxes to give us some official numbers behind what we're doing today, the 0 to 100 times and various different data logging statistics, and those will ensure that we get a completely fair test. So let's hear both of these together. Okay then, so it is drag race time. Let me get set up in here, pull everything forwards. I've got all the modes completely configured as we need them. Just first gear needs to be selected, handbrake off, and then everything's basically going to be ready to go. Let's be really nerdy about this and turn the air conditioning off. We could be doing it with the roof down, but we're doing it with the roof up. Speciale alongside has a quicker launch control, so we've got to sort of get this all timed completely perfectly. Just getting my bearings, making sure everything is 100% set up, and it looks like it is. So let's give the thumbs up. That will indicate that I am ready, and get set to start the launch control. 3, 2, and away we go, launching like crazy. We're off. This thing is so fast. Basically touching 200 already, 212. In a 350-meter stretch and braking down. Wow! The brakes are almost more impressive than the acceleration. It is so unbelievably quick in this thing. Woo! This is just insane. Wowzers. So I don't know where the Speciale was. I think we might have lost him there. And according to the V-Box, 0 to 100 is 3.1 today. It's very, very warm, which is not obviously good for the turbochargers in here. But my word, we're off like a rocket. Let's have round 2 and see how it goes this time. Woohoo! Wowzers, the adrenaline rush doing that, the way this car just launches you into a different planet. It is so quick, and with the sticky tyres, you can see the way we just pulled away. So the 458 Speciale almost looked like it got off the line a touch faster. But from the word go, literally, we were just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and away we went. And I know from doing the quarter miles earlier, I was doing 10.5 seconds in this. Stock, completely factory, just so phenomenally fast. But the 458 does sound good, doesn't it? Let's give this a go for a third run. It's been quite smooth sailing for the McLaren so far, but it is an awful lot of fun doing this. Right, let's get ready. We're back down to the start line. I'm joined by Fra, Mr. Cars and Coffee. How does it feel to lose?
Oh, no matter. We won yesterday. We were a great event.
It was brilliant. Cars and Coffee yesterday. If you didn't see the event, Cars and Coffee Brescia was fantastic. Well done. Truly brilliant.
Thank you, team. Yeah, it was amazing. With more than 300 cars and more than 25,000 people in the afternoon. So I'm really, really happy about that.
And that would be why you're losing your voice.
Unfortunately, yes.
A lot of work.
I'm sorry for that.
No problem. So Fra is the, well, I guess founder and owner of Cars and Coffee, the new global brand of Cars and Coffee. I've been to quite a few of the events, and they're getting better and better, bigger and bigger, spreading out, taking over new locations, new countries. It's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's getting really, really amazing. We are joined basically every week from new countries, so it's becoming something truly, truly unique that put together people with the same passion, both who owns the car and who dreams the car. So it's amazing.
For sure. And getting to see so many, like you just said, 25,000 people yesterday at the event when we arrived in the garden was just amazing to see. Driving in with cars like these and plenty of others. We were joined yesterday by Ferrari F40s, 918s, Carrera GTs.
And Huayra Roadster for the
the new Huayra Roadster.
First time that he's on a drive, first event. So
come on, talk to us a little bit about the Speciale. Talk about the wrap, the design.
Yeah, the wrap is dedicated to the Formula 1 312T, driving by Niki Lauda, and it was pretty an honor for me to dedicate this car to such a victorious Formula 1. I think one of the most winning of ever. And I really wanted to do something unique, and I think that people I worked for to design it did really a perfect job.
I love it, to be honest. I think it looks really nice with the sort of all the white highlights around, and I like how you've done the white highlights around the front, the left wheels and red on the right wheels. But you've got some nice Italian tricolore flags dropping in too. So that was those two cars head to head. I think that was quite a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Cars and Coffee is turning out to be a great thing. It's growing very, very quickly. I'm loving being part of it. So thank you very much for inviting me to the event.
Pleasure, team. I think that now very soon we're going to introduce a very important part of Cars and Coffee, that is charity, and I really wish you will be one of the ambassadors of this Cars and Coffee charity project we are going to create.
For sure, I'd love to be part of it. Sounds really exciting. Anyway, well, thank you very much, Fra. Thanks for coming along with the Speciale. Thanks for yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
For now, though, let's take a last look at the two cars sitting here on the runway. We've had a lot of fun driving with both of them, laying down on the rubber on the tarmac, I should say, as we've blasted up the runway. But the Wes Schmee Tour will continue onwards. I've really enjoyed this stop off with Cars and Coffee, as always, and I'm sure I will be back for more in the future. So a big thanks to Fra and the team, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video that we've been shooting here on the runway. That's it for now, though. I will catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.